Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Note, and welcome to 80 Days. I promise it's 80 days. I know right now the title looks like it's just London 1872. This is one of those annoying games that doesn't have a title screen, which is a shame, because title screens are really useful to record an intro over, but this game doesn't have a title screen, but that's fine, because I don't really know anything about this game. All I know about this game is it appears to be very, very British, the most British game I can recall since the Curious Expedition, and I liked that, and this game recommended from several sites, so go on then, sure, it's London 1872, and I have entered into the service of a new gentleman, but it would seem he is a gambling man as the world spins and the music kicks in. Oh, I like the music. That's very... Oh, I like this already. 80 days! There it is! I found the title screen! Ooh, it's rather dramatic, isn't it? And in we come to London, I'm guessing. Oh my goodness, and as it turns out, this isn't just the title screen, this is actually the first mini... Oh, that's really cool! Oh, and now I'm just moving around the world! Oh, I love it when a title screen just goes straight into the flipping game. It's always wonderful when that happens. So we've got all these cities. That one's Rome, by the way. Spoiler warning. That one's... It's Marseille, isn't it? And that'll be Paris. And I don't know that one. That one's a bit too Central Europe without actual country boundaries anymore. I can't figure it out. Right, London is apparently where we're beginning. And we have to go around the world in 80 days. But first we have to visit Aberystwyth, which is obviously incredibly important. Yes, London, click to begin. I don't even know what we're doing here. I have no idea what this... Oh, it's even got the little beautiful shadowed skyline thing from Curious Expedition as well. Oh, this I like on principle, damn it. So time begins, the sun moves, it is night, and Monsieur Phileas Fogg returned home early! Apparently him returning early is so remarkable it gets italicised, and thus I'm going to try and read it in italics. He returned home early from the Reform Club, and in a new-fangled steam carriage besides. I helped him down, and the iron-lung steam-driven horses clattered away. Passepartout, says he, we are going around the... Oh no, is my name Passepartout? Am I going to be able to pronounce that? Yeah, that'd be pronounced Passepartout. Right, I'm Passepartout, yeah? Yeah, you know what, that's close enough. I am Passepartout. We're going around the world. Very good, monsieur. It is not my place to question you, Phileas Fogg. We are going around the world. We shall circumnavigate the globe within 80 days. He was quite calm as he proposed this wild scheme. We leave for Paris on the 8:25 in an hour. But of course, sir. Oh, no, monsieur. Sorry, apparently I call him monsieur. And I've just got £4,000 out of nothing. So you, Passepartout, now have funds. And your character is now dependable. If I'd have selected other options, then Passepartout would currently have no funds and be fired. Oh, this is cute. So I can literally, click on... Oh, it's Snowdon, apparently. That is apparently Snowdon. I don't know why we'd need to go to Cambridge. I feel like going to Snowdon or Cambridge is a bit of a step backwards from heading to Paris if we want to go around. Also, should we not, plan a route? Okay, hang on, we need to plan this. With technology in its current form, what's the best way to get around the world? So we've got this small problem here called the Pacific Ocean, which I feel like is going to be a thing it's difficult to cross, which means probably, if we want to go by land, we either have to go up here, which is really cold, or down here, which is even colder. Because does the technology even really exist? I guess we have to use Honolulu. But even then, I feel like that's a long stretch for the late 19th century, but I'm not so familiar with aviation technology of the 19th century. You know what? It'll be fine. Let's go to London. So in we go. I like how you can just zoom in and out. So we probably need to pack. Yes, that's probably a good idea. So wool trousers and wool shirts. Beautiful. You can always trust a man in a well-starched woolen shirt. I trust a man in a well-ironed linen shirt more, but all right. Evening jacket. Okay, that's very important. We'll bring that. Ah, this is filling lots of space. I see. We can't bring all of this. So I could take the playing cards of interest to humorous, stalwart, official and soldier types, a European shipping timetable. Honestly, that seems kind of useful. Routes for ships in Europe will be visible on the globe. That seems very useful, but do we really need ships in Europe? I feel like in Europe we can just go by land, it'll be fine. So let's skip that. Airs it into the psychological, and ultimately can be most reassuring. Yeah, you know what, if we want to go around the world in 80 days, that probably seems useful. And the wax cylinder, valuable in Vienna, Paris. Ah, so I can just sell that in Paris for money. Now that strikes me as sensible. Right? That's a good idea? I think that's a good idea. You know what? Screw it, that'll do. Yes. And that means we're leaving behind the playing cards and the European shipping timetable. Okay, that's fine. So our completed Englishman's wardrobe should help us negotiate times of upper-class journeys. Okay, so because I've got the evening jacket, I can negotiate for some types of journeys. Upper-class journeys, whatever that means. Screw it, let's depart, that'll do. So off we go. Yep, we're going to Paris, that's fine. And I've got, does that mean I've got 20 tickets? Yeah, embark, sure, why not? Off we pop. So the guard's van has space for one suitcase, which will suffice. Travel, this will be a bearable route. Ah, I see, because I've got the altimeter thing. That means if I do air travel, like, it's more likely to be pleasant, whatever that means exactly. So off we go. Oh, I like the visual style. And it does actually mean proper mechanical horses. Right, so I'm not really sure what technology is or isn't going to be available for us here. Also, I really hope you can swim, because we are about to hit water. So the mechanical horses raced past Piccadilly Circus and Pall Mall faster than a team of thoroughbreds. Even so, the whistle of the 8:25 was blowing as we pulled up to Charing Cross Station. "We have no tickets," I exclaimed. Yes, you know what, this isn't time to cause trouble. We need to get on the bloody train. We'll figure that out later. We barely had time to take our seats. The guard rapped smartly on the compartment door. "Tickets, please." Alas, monsieur, we were in a great hurry. I pretended to have lost them. You know what? We're upper class. We can get away with this. We'll just pay a fine. It's fine. "We did not have time to buy tickets. You may purchase them from me," the guard was saying, "though it is more expensive, I'm afraid. £85, please." I argued with him, or I handed over £85. Oh, go on, don't argue with him. He'll be useful to have on side in case there's any more trouble on this train. I'm willing to pay £85. It was our fault. We did do this rather last minute. We've got plenty of money. It's fine. My funds have gone down somewhat. That seems fair. Off we pop. I am on fine form, but we must make haste. So on we go, and it feels like, yeah, things just happen as we're going. "The journey will be most expensive, monsieur." "Indeed, but we can earn little from buying and selling our possessions as we travel." "Indeed, which is exactly why I've brought the wax thingy. I will sell that as soon as we hit Paris." "Very good, sir." London's smog gave way to rolling hills and the pastures of Kentish countryside, still untouched by the hand of technological advancements. Monsieur Fogg read his paper, whilst I repacked our bags. We passed the day in silence, or I repacked the bags. Do I need to repack the bags? I feel like we're alright. They were thrown together in haste and confusion. An afternoon turned to evening. I discovered that my master was one of those gentlemen who broke their silence rarely, if at all. The guard rapped on our door. "We are about to submerge," he warned. "Takes some people a bit funny, so watch out." Ah, this is one of those underwater trains. Got it. It is very safe, right? "I've done this route 300 times and haven't drowned," the guard replied carelessly. "This is apparently the world's only bath escape locomotive. Marvellous. I'm going to press my face to the window glass and have a look to see what's actually going on here." A hydraulic hiss, night fell, and we plunged past the end of the tracks into the freezing waters of the English Channel. My relationship with Fogg has strengthened slightly. Marvellous. And over we go to Paris. Oh, this is charming, isn't it? I do rather like this. Off to Paris we go. It is day 2, and we've got to do all of this in 80 days, of course. So we splash through the channel and arrive at Calais. So, did we actually have a route in mind, by the way? Because there's lots of ways we could go, and I don't exactly know what technology is going to be available to us when we get over to the Far East, given that whole situation with the robo-horses and underwater trains. "I am as yet undecided," my master admitted. "The new canal has sped up shipping from Suez to Bombay, though perhaps we could take the Trans-Siberian Railway across Russia. Surely the more interesting trip is via Suez to Bombay, so surely not Siberia. It is so cold and grim, and I have a particular fear of bears." "Then we would do well to buy furs," he replied, refraining from rolling his eyes. "There are other alternatives. We may also travel overland and across the Black and Caspian Sea. We need to figure out which is fastest, because the whole point of this is we need to do it fastest. So, how do we do it fastest? I believe," said he, "that is what we shall put to the test." Ah! We don't know which is fastest. Okay, fine. And the technology is a bit of a mystery to me as well, so we don't know. Right, into Gare du Nord in Paris. So, we've discovered some new routes, potentially. So, if we get ourselves over to Suez, then we can go, via sea. Potentially, that strikes me as a very good sort of route. Or, from Moscow, we can head via a various wibbly route over to a city I'm not even going to try and pronounce. Then Omsk. That one's a bit easier. Then over to Vladivostok eventually. Right, okay. Wait, what did you say about the Caspian? You were saying something about the Caspian Sea. That's not there yet. Okay, right. We need to go to the market immediately. So we need to sell the wax cylinder. So, how do I sell? Sell it for £470. Yes, that's what we want to do. Now, quickly figure out what else is going on here, because time is just going past in a hurry. So, we have got worth... Ooh... We can buy for £32 something worth $2,300 in Berlin. That strikes me as a good idea. Gentleman traveller set, valuable, and a shaving kit. No, let's go for the wine. And, ooh, if we wanted to buy an extra suitcase. Yes, okay. Can we just do... Actually, you know what? I don't think we need it just yet. Maybe we don't worry about that. I could explore for plus 4 hours. Let's just zoom out here. What do I need to do next? I need to go to Berlin. but there's no way to go to Berlin yet, so as a result, I need to figure out what's going on here. And time has snuck by, and now it's hotel plus 1 day. Well, I'd like to just be on, potentially, but I feel like potentially maybe we can't just be on stay. Fine, I'll sleep in hotel. I'm guessing that's what I have to do now. Tomorrow in the morning, yeah, we'll pass the night here, and then we need to find our way to Berlin tomorrow to sell that wine. It also kind of takes us in the right direction, too. We took a hotel for the night. We will be comfortable here, Monsieur Fogg remarked, but travelling overnight will often be more efficient. So we must board the longest journeys available. Ah, apparently that's the way to be efficient. Perhaps, he replied, the short answer indicating, I think, that one-day journeys might often be more flexible in their timing and could allow for more connections. Still, the surrounds of the Hotel Ritz were most... Wait, the Hotel Ritz? Is there a Ritz in Paris? I wasn't aware of that. Ah, wait, I'm seeing what other players are doing. I'm not playing this alone. I'm literally taking these guys on. This is someone else who's heading over there. Right, okay, I need to probably start chasing those guys then. I need to, well, for the bare minimum, I need to figure out how to bloody get out of here. Apparently there's just a train that goes under the Atlantic Ocean. Marvellous. Right, I need to probably figure out how to set off on a train then. I think I'm actually taking on other players right now. That's unfortunate. Ah, okay, I needed to explore to discover routes. Got it. Alright, fine. If you learn anything of note, be sure to relay it. And the thing I learnt was which trains to go along. Right, I don't know a route until I've explored, so you have to explore to figure out what's going on. Got it. Talk on the streets was of one thing only, an enormous, elegant oval stadium constructed on the glass field of the Champ de Mars and containing the technological marvels, art, amusement parks, and milling crowds of the World Fair 1872. Oh, go on, let's have a look-see inside. We might find something interesting inside. I ventured inside the grand illuminated pavilions of the exposition. Let's have a look-see at the airships. I went west towards the airship hangar, past a booth with a husband and wife pair selling panoramic hot air balloon rides to eager tourists. Okay, let's have a little look-see at the airships, not the hot air balloons. I feel like that's not necessarily the most efficient way to travel. Right, have a little look-see. My eye was immediately caught by African-made rigid metal balloons, Egyptian airships, the whatever that is, Atmotic. This game is full of complicated words. Peruvian gyrocopters or bulky copas. Oh yes, Ottoman. The Ottoman stuff. Let's have a look-see at that sort of thing. So potentially we've got an Ottoman ship here. Sure, where do these ships fly? Throughout our empire came the reply, and elsewhere too. I believe the flight from Rome to Thessaloniki is by Gaiac. Okay. We've definitely got to start heading our way. To Berlin, down south to Rome, then over to Thessaloniki. Got it. Okay, so now we've learnt this route here from Rome. Okay, that seems decent. Yes, okay, now we need to... I don't need to repack. We need to depart as soon as possible via a route to... we can go to Amsterdam or to... I don't really want to go to... £170 via... I am quite sure this departure could be altered. Negotiate. Now, don't worry about that. We just need to figure out where we want to go. I want to go to Berlin. Private car departs for Amsterdam tomorrow before 5 PM. Oh, have I missed that? The next departure's tomorrow. Fine, I've missed that one. Right, and that loses me a bit of health because private cars are apparently less comfortable. Right, I need to go to Amsterdam, in which case I want to sleep the night here, and then tomorrow, as soon as possible, heads to Amsterdam. Got it. So, depart as quickly as possible. We're heading over to Amsterdam. Just set off. Apparently, we're going to lose 5 health because it's the open road. This may be a bothersome experience. That's okay. We've only got the one suitcase. Set off on our way. Oh, private car. Yes, I can see why that's a little bit on the bothersome side. But on the plus side, I get to wear fabulous goggles. So let's see if anything pops up while we're on our way to Amsterdam. Then we can head around the corner to Berlin. Beautiful. We found a member of the Coachmakers Guild to carry us to Amsterdam. She loaded the case onto the bag, stoked the boiler, and took off at a high speed along the coastal road. We're setting off from Paris. I feel like I don't trust this woman in the slightest. So, I cannot drive well if you're talking to me. Maybe we shouldn't begin the conversation. Now, tell me about Amsterdam. I might be able to learn something. They still grow the best chips in Amsterdam. No question. Anything I need to know about... Oh, yes, I need to know Amsterdam to Berlin. Tell me about that. Absolutely, Berlin can be reached from Amsterdam by private car. The journey is a tiring one. Well, that's a shame. We need to go there to sell some stuff. So we've immediately learnt about the route on the way. So that's good, because that means as soon as we actually make it to Amsterdam, we can set off immediately if we want to. As we rattled along, I spoke to our driver about what lay ahead and learnt that some buyers will pay well for evening jackets from Copenhagen. Okay, well, we're not going there, so let's not worry about that. We don't have the time. We need to head down to Rome as soon as we get to Berlin. So, obviously, what we want to do here immediately is sell this, which can... Oh, no, not sell that. Don't sell that. What else have we got here? European carriages list. A lost Rembrandt. We're going to Berlin, but we'll pass by Munich. Okay, fine. Sell this, and then buy this. Right, we're going to sell both of those. We're going to be loaded as soon as that happens, okay? That's fine. So now we need to plan as soon as possible. When can we set off to Berlin? So that will depart tomorrow at 8 AM. Got it. So I've got some time to explore Amsterdam right now. So we've already been to the market. The bank opens on Monday because it's... Okay, so it's Friday afternoon, so the banks are already closed. Bloody 19th century. Right, in which case, explore. We may as well see what we can learn about the local routes. And we've just discovered a whole bunch of new routes. So people of Amsterdam move around the canal-side city with a sense of optimism and good cheer. One look at their buildings tells another story. What's wrong with their buildings? Amsterdam's lovely. I've been there. It's perfectly fine. What are you complaining about with their architecture? That's a bit judgmental of you, Passepartout. Okay, so tomorrow morning we'll set off for Berlin, but again, it's going to hurt the health of my gentleman, unfortunately, because it is by private carriage, unfortunately. I could go up to Copenhagen, but there's no point. Instead, what I need to do is head to Berlin, straight back down to Munich, and then start heading south towards Rome, which is absolutely fine. And I love how the fact that everyone else who's also playing this game is awesome on my map, so I want to see. At least I think they are. I mean, it did say other players, not just like other people doing the wages. So I assume this is actually other players playing this game right now, which is really, really cool. Although, admittedly, I'm not sure how they do the... Because, like, time speeds up when you're traveling, I'm not sure how it does the synchronization. Unless, of course, like, it's remembering what people did do, even if people are skipping... Actually, that doesn't make much sense. Maybe this is not actually other players. I don't know. I'm not sure how they'd kind of make it sync up, given the time does actually move irregularly. Right, into Amsterdam. We just need to hotel for the day. And then first thing tomorrow morning, we set off for Berlin. We sell, make a huge amount of money. And then we head straight on to Munich, and we make even more flipping money. So let's just, actually, if I tend to Monsieur Fogg, he might get some of his health back. Oh, he's already got most of his health back. That's fine. But let's just check if that does actually get the rest of his health back. And yes, indeed, it does. Perfect. Right, we need to depart immediately. We're on our way to Berlin, and we can take... Oh, we apparently could take 2 suitcases, and I'd lose 16 health. Oh, well, fine, we need to do it anyway. Departing in... You know what? I don't have time to do any more packing. We're just going, all right? We're just leaving right now. Off we pop, please. Because there's 2 suitcases, I could have, like, I think bought a second suitcase, or rather, like, for just £10 or something. But we need to be on our way and start selling things. So, time drags on, and here we are in Berlin. Apparently, we made good progress. Ah! Okay, this is good. So actually, we've lost less health from him than I thought we might, because apparently we just made good progress. Marvellously good news. So, we have got ourselves Berlin, the harbour? I feel like looking at the map, there shouldn't be a harbour in Berlin, but alright, fine, whatever. In we come to Berlin. Now, we know what we need to do immediately. We need to sell something, but we've just arrived at night, so nothing else we can do here. Yes, I know about the wine. That's why I brought us here, alright? I'm just trying to turn a quick buck, just in case you lose your stupid wager. Now, I've headed out for a late night stroll, though apparently it's 6:30 AM, so that's a really late night stroll. And I just saw a man who was demonstrating various engine noises. Well, if he knows his vehicles, he might be able to tell me various routes. I really hope he does. So, you are a driver? Please tell me you're a driver. The best in Germany, he retorted. Ah, marvellous. Can you prove such a claim by maybe telling me the route to get down to Munich? Certainly, I will be starting a 4-day trip to Bucharest via Prague and Budapest tomorrow morning. No, sorry, I actually need to go to Munich to sell some stuff. Sorry about that. Though it would be nice to do a 4-day trip in only 3 days. As lovely as that would be, we need to make ourselves some money at this point. So, nope, can't do that. That would be really nice to do, but we cannot do that. Now, the market doesn't open just this second, but the moment it opens, we are going to be there to flog this flipping wine. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Okay, the time is going a little bit too fast for me to do the countdown there, but it is open. Right, now, sell the wine. Oh, yes. Right, now, sell the wine for stupid amounts of money. Beautiful, and that also gives me some new space. So, with a lot in Khartoum, don't know if we're going to be going there. Although, go on, why not? Let's bring the railway whistle. Apparently, like, I don't know how the bloody cost works. We'll figure it out as we go along, it'll be fine. Right, now, I need to explore in order to figure out how to get to flipping Munich. So let's explore, go to the Tourist Information Centre, and there we are, Berlin down to Munich. Marvellous. Which apparently I could get down to with, potentially I could negotiate, and before 6 PM tomorrow. That's a public carriage, not a car. Let's see if we can negotiate. It seems they're pretty demanding, Ah, but if I paid £500, that means I could set off immediately. I think that means, aha, I can set off immediately. Do it. Just go. Just set off. Lovely. Let's be on our way here. An Englishman's wardrobe should make my master more comfortable. Well, he's already got that. Ah, I see. So because he's got the Englishman's wardrobe, a journey which is an upper class journey, which apparently a steam carriage counts as, is more comfortable for him. Marvellous. So, we're heading to Munich, we'll sell something else there, we'll make a ton of money, we'll be absolutely fine. In all fairness, we're already on a flipping profit right now, and we're going to make even more profit to Munich, so it's okay. So, while we're on the move, let's quickly converse, see if we can learn anything from our driver, because he sometimes gives you information on the route. Yeah, tell me about Munich. In particular, how I get from Munich to... Oh no, how do I get from Munich to anything to the south of Munich? I need to get from Munich to... which is the furthest south? Not Vienna. I'll be wanting to get from Munich to... Nice would probably be alright. Let's ask about that. Seems unlikely to me, but oh dear. Apparently that's not going to work. I might need to go from Munich to... what's that? Is that Venice down there? I can't quite see. He's a little bit shy, sure, but that's absolutely fine. Okay, how about Munich to Zurich? We might need to take a very brief hop to Zurich in that case. I think you're out of luck there. Oh dear. Well, that's no good at all. How on earth are we supposed to be getting south from bloody Munich then? Okay, well, how about Munich to directly to Dubrovnik? That'd be okay. You do realize the quickest way to Dubrovnik is through Venice. Venice is fine. Tell me about Venice. Oh, thank goodness. Right, well, that's good. I've accidentally learnt about a southern route there. So I can head south. And one man called out, "You're English and proud, thank you." Well, technically my master is English, and I'm speaking on his behalf. So yes, we are. Pip, he called back in a crude imitation of Monsieur Fogg's accent, and he and his fellows fell about laughing as we left them behind. Dear, oh dear, I shook my head with distaste because the English are vastly superior to everyone. Right, in we come to Munich. This is good. This is good progress. So, the Lost Rembrandt. I know the Lost Rembrandt. This is why I came here, Fogg. You need to tell me this stuff. Anyway, I just need to sleep overnight. But let's plan for now. When can we set off? Tomorrow. So, we could depart tomorrow straight away for £60 down to Venice. Then we could get straight down to Rome. And then we can take an airship. So, tomorrow before 4 PM, we can get there. And we can take 2 cases too. Perfect. I would say that worked just fine for me. So, let's sleep, do our business as quickly as possible during the day tomorrow, and then be on our way. I need to get to the market as soon as it opens, though admittedly I could explore... no offence, it's going to be open in a matter of seconds. So, we will crack open the market in just a sec, and then straight after that, if we have time to explore, I will. But I probably won't, to be honest. I just want to sell the Lost Rembrandt here for, oh, ridiculous amounts of money. Now, valuable in... Oh, we're going to Venice? Perfect, right. Buy that. And the apples, what do they do? Of interest to official, earnest, and soldier types. European train timetable. You know, that's probably more useful. Screw it. Buy that. So that's opened up some new European train stuff. And actually, do I even need to bother going to Rome here? Wait, hang on. Back off for just a second. Do I even need to bother going to Rome if I've already got that train timetable right there? I feel like potentially that's not necessarily the most useful thing in the world. This is going to embark in... Actually, we've got plenty of time. I could actually explore the city. But I feel like if I just take the trains... But equally, that's... To get to Thessalonica, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 stops. Or 1, 2, 3 stops via train I now know about. I don't think I even need to bother going this route. But equally, it's the only route I actually know. And I've got something I can sell. You know what? Let's just go to Venice. There's something I know about in Venice anyway. Let's just embark right now. I know this is a bothersome journey, and that's a shame, but let's be on our way. I know about the European trains. If I can catch a train in Venice, I won't bother with Rome, and that whole flying thing, as cool as that would be. So instead, and this is presumably what the altimeter was for, which is if I get down to Rome and took the airship, I'd be less airsick, which is kind of cool. So we hired a private driver of an oil-guzzling car who took off at high speed once we were aboard. I'm sure it'll all be fine. Okay, in we come to Venice. Nothing major has happened here, and apparently we've got enough time to make it to the market today. Beautiful. The magnifying glass, valuable here. Well, not that valuable, but valuable enough for me to turn a nice profit here. So we've got ourselves ship routes. Ooh, ship routes around Greece and Turkey. That's potentially actually more valuable than the European trains, because if I can just get myself a ship heading out towards Turkey, then I'll be out of Europe anyway. I mean, I feel like, yeah, get rid of that. And instead, buy this. What else do we have here that might be useful? We've got the worth I don't know where that is, so that's not going to help. Feels like nothing I particularly need, to be honest. I think we're alright for the minute. Let's just leave that for now. I think time's frozen because we're out of market time, so we'll come out of there for now. Discovered a new route there, which is, the sea route from Thessaloniki. Okay, and sea routes all over there. Now that's useful. Now that is useful. Hang on. Let's just come out of here for a second and have a little think. We could make our way down to Rome and do the airships as we've discussed. Or potentially, over here in Venice, I might discover a sea route directly to Dubrovnik. Sorry, not a sea. Well, it could be a sea route, or it could be a land route by rail as well. There could be a lovely coastal rail. That'd be fine, in which case I can get myself over to Thessaloniki and then get over to Greece. Okay, apparently we'll be passing by Antalya, which is in modern-day Turkey, presumably the Ottoman at this point in history, actually pretty darn soon. Now that could potentially work. Yeah, let's pick up the market first thing in the morning to grab that. Then we'll explore to see if we can find a way to either Rome or Dubrovnik, whichever one's more efficient, and hopefully we might be able to set off the same day. Oh, I'm getting into this now. This is all quite good. Right, stay overnight, and then we'll see what we can do in the morning. So here we are in Venice. Get to the market, explore, be off same day if I can. That's the important thing. I could have done this yesterday if I'd have realised that I was apparently heading in that direction anyway. So, grab the carnival mask. Beautiful. Now, be immediately off. Start exploring straight away. See what we can learn about new routes. New routes all over the flipping shop. Marvellous. And I was waiting my turn at the gondola rank near the Rialto Bridge when a gondola from across the canal waved frantically to catch my attention. Monsieur, I will take you. Apparently I recognised the voice. Mon Dieu, it is the very woman I had pulled from the canal the night before. Sorry, I pulled a woman from the canal the night before, but I didn't get anything for it, so I cut it out. You're constantly getting like little bits of text, but some of them kind of give you stuff and some of them don't seem to be consequential. So I kind of made the call as I go along whether to read them out or not. That one I didn't, and it turns out I should have done, because apparently she's relevant. I'm going to wave her over. Hopefully now I'll get something out of that. She made a sharp turn through the water, earning the ire of several other boatmen who had to swerve to avoid her. Fiametta, the booking agent who ran the rank, shook his fist in her direction. Leave my customers alone. You deserve no customers, Zorzi, Fiametta shouted back, ignoring me entirely. Was it possible she did not remember me? Those creatures of yours are not gondoliers. They know nothing of the soul of Venice. I did not understand her meaning until I appeared in one of the gondolas in the rank, and so I went to question the booking agent and was not, no, I'm going to appear in the gondolas. Let's figure out what's going on here. Parbleu! The oarsmen at the stern were machines of fearsome inhumanity. Yeah, let's take Fiametta's side in this. We might be able to get something out of rescuing her yet. So nod along with Fiametta, and I'm going to step into Fiametta's gondola. We'll see what I get out of that. I prefer people to machines, I told Zorzi with a shrug. Fiametta gave him a perfectly executed mocking curtsy as we pulled away. No mean feat, while also holding an oar and balancing onto the prow of a low craft. Zorzi supported the Risorgimento, the Italian unification, Fiametta told me as she pushed us forwards. Now he is a bootlicker of the Scuola and dabbles in their infernal mechanicals. Why do you hate automata there, Fiametta? I do not hate them, I fear them. They are soulless, the Pope has declared them abominations, and yet they roam the streets and canals of Venice. Just continue, let her talk. Oh, I've stumbled into an entire conspiracy of robots versus the Pope here. Oh, it's so terrible. I'm just going to agree with everything she says. Okay, now let's have a little quick look, see what we've got over here. I can get departing on... Ooh, Rome is not departing till Friday. Blimey, or I could set off to Dubrovnik just right now. It is arguably a much better idea. Yes, I could just set off or depart before 1 p.m. Oh, I can just go to Athens. Screw it, let's just go to Dubrovnik. Go, departing... Oh, gosh darn it. Darn. I just missed that. That's annoying. Right, so I could potentially buy a car to get over there anyway. That's irritating. Unless, of course, we could get that Aegean ferry to set off immediately. Get us to Athens as soon as possible. What could that do? I could do £2,300 to set off tomorrow. Blimey. Okay. No, I've decided we're not doing that. Or we could just straight up go to Budapest. Dubrovnik is... Okay, how much for Dubrovnik to go immediately? And apparently I cannot negotiate that even if I wanted to. In which case, we may as well go to Rome. Well, that's in 2 days. What if I wanted that to go tomorrow? Wanted £2,400 to set off to Rome immediately? No. But £660 to set off to Rome tomorrow, because then we can catch the airship tomorrow. Yeah, screw it. Let's just do that. Fine. So that's setting off a public carriage, which is good for my character, before 5 p.m. tomorrow, which gives me some time to explore now, because I may as well, because I can't go anywhere because I want to head down to Rome. Let's have another look in the market here. Apparently we've picked up a new thing. We picked up a grey and red braid, the mark of the... Oh, apparently I've just picked up a braid from that lovely woman who I was agreeing with a lot, and that's worth a lot in Quelimane. I don't know where that is. Right, we should probably depart as soon as possible towards Rome. Can we just embark immediately? I mean, it's supposed to set out like before 5 p.m, but will it just set off whenever I want it to? And I've got space for more suitcases, but with the Englishman's wardrobe, a public carriage is an excellent way for me to travel. Okay, we can set off immediately. Good. We've made good time. We've spent a bit of money, but we've made a lot of money travelling through Europe. This is not an efficient way to travel, but never mind. Now, I can pay attention to Fog to make him nicer, but in all fairness, like, he's still at very good health, so it's fine. Or, I can converse with our driver to see what I can learn about Rome to... well, I already know about the routes I need to know, so I don't need to learn much more about him, so it's absolutely fine. But from Dubrovnik, I can potentially learn about different routes if I wanted to. How do I get from Dubrovnik to Baghdad, my good man? And apparently I can pick up stuff in Baghdad that will sell for a fortune in Dubai. Well, that's nice. Right, in we come to Rome, and it's still nice and early in the day, so we've got plenty of time to peruse the markets a little bit. So here we are, steam carriage arrives in Rome, beautiful. Oh, and the Colosseum, I love how this game looks, by the way. That's just beautiful. So obviously we know what we're doing. We're going for, arriving tomorrow, we'll be taking the cross-Mediterranean airship, because that's just classy. So that departs tomorrow at 1 p.m. Fine, that gives us plenty of time now to have a little look-see at the market to see what we can figure out. We're going to... I don't think we're going to any of those places. We're not going to Helsinki. We're going to... well, we might go to Athens. Actually, no, we're not going to Athens. We're skipping Athens, aren't we? I'm pretty sure we're just skipping Athens. Ooh, private hire drivers in the Middle East. Definitely grab that. Now, the hammer. Valuable in... oh, we're definitely going to Antalya. We're not going to Moscow, but we're going there at least, so that's fine. Now, I don't believe we're going to Budapest or... are we going to... no, I don't think we're going to any of those places. Screw it, it'll be fine. I'd say that's probably enough stuff for us to be carrying around for now. And we've discovered new routes from Baghdad over to... oh, that's a really, really long way to go via car. And from Dubai to Muscat. Okay. That doesn't help us that much, but it'll have to do. Right, in here as quickly as possible. If I can. No, it's too late to explore, unfortunately. In which case... hotel for the day, and then straight away tomorrow we'll set off via airship over to Dubrovnik. Beautiful. And I've tossed a coin. Oh, the waters of the Trevi Fountain. I have done that many a time. And unfortunately, the Bersaglieri, I don't know, police, have just marched into the square with their distinctive fast jog and have begun rounding everyone up. Okay, I'm just going to see if I can slip away here. So yeah, the attention of the soldiery. Well, I've got some apples, I think, in my case, which are actually supposed to be good for soldiers, but alright. Alas, there were too many of them to avoid, and a lanky man with only the sparse beginnings of a moustache gestures at me with his rifle. No, his entire arm was a rifle. Ah, we are dealing with a robot, in fact, potentially. So, let's just have a quick look at his other hand, see if he's also got a metal hand by any chance, which was flesh and blood, but fitted with a bladed gauntlet of Murano glass and copper. Right. So we've got modified... you know what, let's just get out of Italy. Italy appears to be a silly place full of cyborgs. And I'm being barked at in Italian. I speak Latin, I don't speak Italian. So I can't really figure that out. I mean, si probably still means if, but I can't really figure out the rest of it, of course. Of course I understood, but I pretended not to. Maybe just feigning ignorance is the best thing to do here. Actually, you know what? If I don't know what he's asking, let's see if I can actually... play along in some way. Someone jostled me from behind. I turned to see a figure in grey reaching into their pocket and then tossing out a grenade. Okay, I should probably just get out of here. Just get out of here. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Apparently we're just in the middle of a robot-human civil war right now. I just wanted to visit the Trevi Fountain, damn it. I'm just a tourist. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get out of here. I've decided Rome is a silly place. So I can get straight over to the... yeah, arrived today, £69. You know what, let's go over to Dubrovnik. Only £39. Let's just get going, quite frankly. Beautiful. So, there we are. High winds. Oh dear, apparently there's high winds. Never mind, if I had my altimeter, this apparently would be easier. Let's just be on our way. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful flying ship. That's nice. And indeed, we're with the Ottomans, who hopefully don't have terrifying cyborgs that want to murder me. We found it ringed by soldiers and every boarding passenger was thoroughly searched. They found nothing of interest, of course, except, I think, the Carnivale mask, which mysteriously went missing in the process. Oh, you bastards, I've lost the bloody mask. I was going to sell that in Turkey. Oh, well, I've still got hammers to sell in Turkey. It's fine. Let's see if I can raise a fuss. Come on, to be held back at the end of the queue. Further delaying our departure. Oh, that's annoying. Monsieur Fogg was most unimpressed and chose to angle his head a fraction away when I eventually took the seat beside him. Dear, oh dear. Well, I'm now dependable, apparently. That's a shame. So, I've lost something. I've lost my thing, which you say, but I've still got the hammer, which I can sell when we get over to Taylor anyway. So, never mind, eh? Anyway, let's converse with a passenger if we can, or the captain or whatever. And my dear Passepartout, he appears to know me. Right, let's learn what I can about Dubrovnik. By any chance can I get from Dubrovnik directly to Athens? Is that possible? Doesn't seem to be, unfortunately. Listen to me, you can pick up bus of Apollo in Athens that will sell for a fortune in... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. So, I've learnt about a couple of different routes I could get from Dubrovnik. So from Dubrovnik, I could get the airship again, or I could jump ship to somewhere else. Fine. So the journey across the Adriatic was brief, with only time for me to settle my master and take a brief turn around the deck. No, we're fine. I think we're A-okay. His health is good at the minute. So let's press a few shirts and see what that does, if anything. And apparently that does nothing at all, but maybe it lets me speak to the captain. Too small for a proper port, they'll never expand their boundaries. Why do you say that? Superstitious lot, the captain replied. They believe their city is built on the perfect coordinate, and to leave it would be suicide. Okay, perfect in what sense? They're wealthy enough to believe what they want right now. The airship settled like a butterfly onto a leaf. I thanked the captain as we hopped onto the wobbly boards that led onto the shores of the Dalmatian city-state. Should you get bored, the captain called, I'll begin this way again shortly. Okay, that is good. So, potentially, I could, as we come into land proper... I could just hop straight on this ship and then, hang on, plan. So we've got Thessaloniki, which arrives tomorrow for £69. I could head over to Sofia. That's not till Monday. Okay, let's not go to the Meteora Valley in that case. Or I could get a train, which is much more expensive, over to Sofia. Oh, travelling by air is... It's cheap and it's fast. That's definitely the right thing to do. So unless there's like a real bargain to be had in Sofia, we wanted to go to Thessaloniki, because Thessaloniki also gets me straight on a boat over to Turkey, which surely I must be able to get straight over to Antalya from, so that's perfect. I can't say I've gone the most efficient route through Europe here. I feel like in many ways I have gone an incredibly inefficient route, but never mind. Ah, wait, that's okay, so it probably is multiple players. The way it handles the fact that time is travelling at an irregular rate is that guy over there, he's only on his day 6. Ah, I see, so these probably are all real players. Oh, that's really cool. He's on his day 19. Did he just go to space? I think he just went to space, got it. Oh, and apparently I decided not to sleep in the hotel. Oops, never mind. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to just go to the hotel later, but apparently if it gets too late at night and you're not in a hotel, you end up sleeping in a shady spot under a tree like wild dogs. Oh dear, and we were accosted by a stray dog who curled up by our feet, seeking a little warmth. Well, that's... Maybe he doesn't like dogs, that's a shame. Right, in all fairness, we probably need to be straight in the market to see what we can do at 7 AM, and then straight off again before 1 PM down to Thessaloniki, and then our adventure to Turkey can begin. So, Desert Traveller set, American Wardrobe set, and Valuable in Sofia, Beirut, and Istanbul. Honestly, I don't think we're going to be taking any of that stuff with me. I think we're fine, in which case... Out we come, let's be on our way straight away to, oh yes, Thessaloniki, embark immediately, go, this is fine, and if I can, I will attend to my master while we go on our way, because that will get his health back up. So the captain demanded in his birdish fashion, what did you make of Dubrovnik? They struck me as perfectly friendly, their dogs especially were incredibly friendly. Tiny places with strong walls often contain the friendliest people he observed, until you find yourself in need, that is. With that, we lifted gently up into the air and left the problems of a tiny city-state behind in a single leap. So it feels like there was some other subplot there, that because we kind of came in and out in such a hurry and we didn't explore, we never really got to. There's 1,000 tiny stories in this game. It's beautiful. Right, let's be on our way and learn what we can about Thessaloniki. Let's talk about Thessaloniki, see if you know anything about that. Ah, I think you do. Marvellous. And he's also learnt some other stuff from the newspaper too, right? So we can ask our own master about what he's read in the newspaper, and we have learnt some very useful stuff indeed. Okay, We've learnt some very useful stuff here, including that we can get over to Istanbul and a big loop to Izmir, but I feel like we don't need to do much here. Right, let's attend to my master's state while we're on this slow journey, get his health up a little bit. I pressed his shirt, but I had the sense he found my ministrations tiresome, so I guess I will leave him to it, perhaps? I left him to it and went to enjoy the company of the passengers, and we settled down to land in the evening. Oh, sadly, I think I've done something to annoy him. That's a shame. And our health has dropped down, and we have reached Thessaloniki. Marvellous. Quickly to the market before it closes for the day. A travelling cloak for the gentleman traveller. Canadian train... That's an odd thing to sell in Greece, but all right. Egyptian cigars, leather gloves, open road. No, I don't think we need any of that just now. I was kind of hoping for stuff we could sell. Gentleman Traveller, open road set. I feel like we'll be alright for now. Apparently we could just depart right now for Izmir. Okay, we could just get over to Izmir immediately. Why not? Let's make up some time here. Quickly, go, go, go. Yeah, just embark. Get out of there. Yeah, beautiful. Baking sunshine and mild seas. This will be a wearisome journey. Well, that's a shame, but apparently we have to just get through Thessaloniki in a hurry. We can do 2 journeys in a single day. Well, that's perfect. That will get us out of... Whoa! Kind of out of Europe, onto, like, you know, the earliest bit that you could potentially call part of the Middle East, I suppose. 8 PM, summer sunshine. I would say let's sit out on the deck and enjoy the sunshine. That'd be lovely. Ah, much needed rest. Beautiful. So my master is now feeling much better. This is all very, very good indeed. And what can we learn about Izmir? Because I need to know how to get to Antalya, damn it. No, he hasn't heard any new routes there, unfortunately. Instead, we will simply arrive at Izmir. But first... Other passengers milled around, talking loudly and drinking ouzo chilled by chips of ice carved from blocks in the hold of the ship. Ooh, it's been years since I've drunk ouzo. I have not drunk ouzo for over a decade, in fact. And the last time I did, I was in Greece at the time. I was... Where was that? That would have been when I was close... That would have been when I was in Delphi, actually. Yeah, that was when I was in the modern village of Delphi, because Delphi, where the ancient oracle is, there is actually, like, still a tiny village. But, like, it never expanded, because it's literally on the side of a mountain. There's very little space. Delphi's very high up, and the topography of Greece is very mountainous. So, yeah. Oh, that takes me back. Ouzo. Like, flipping licorice all sorts, but in booze form. Marvellous drink, or probably kind of terrible, actually. I imagine my palate these days would find it sickly sweet, but I enjoyed it when I was younger. Right, we haven't had anything stolen from us, and in we get to Izmir at night. Let's hop straight in a hotel. Marvellous. And as we have reached Turkey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a part there, but I'd say we are most certainly going to do a little bit more of this, because this is wonderful. This is great fun. It's so flipping charming. It's absolutely delightful. So I definitely want to play a little bit more of this. More coming up tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true note, and this has been the just utterly charming 80 days. Thank you very much, and goodbye. What the hell? Alright, we've now got a Scottish zombie travelling with us. Oh, he's actually quite good now. And he's got over his drinking problem. Which is... Oh, he eats human flesh. He's got some decent carrying capacity. Okay, fine, he eats people. But come on, let's not be flipping judgmental about this.